How you doing, folks? It's Joe Value here for Cold Bear Sports on Thursday evening with three selections for tomorrow now. Just added one in late there, just when I seen his price. I couldn't really believe it. So I'll stick him in there anyway. Before I get on to them three tomorrow, just touch on today. Wonderwall, bad fall at the last, wouldn't have won. The mistake at the second last put him in trouble. Obviously, the lack of pace throughout the race wouldn't have suited either. He's just looks an out-and-out galloper, really. But it was disappointing now. I was expecting more. And yeah, he'd a very bad fall at the last. He got up all right, but it might take him a good while to get over that. And I suspect that the Ballymore dream could be over. But we had one selection on the Patreon service, which won a lovely price of 7-2. Paddy fancied it strongly there in first class, and yeah, he was spot on. Won very well. The horse definitely better than the grade he was in today anyway. So that's flying along now. Thank God. So my three for tomorrow, two at biggest enough prices, and then one just short one. I'll start with the short one then because he's the last selection that I seen, but he's the first race. So it's the 155 at Bangor, Porlock Bay. He's obviously, this is a very interesting race for me. This lad won the Fox Hunters at Cheltenham last year. Now he's a short enough price, he's 11-10. Some people, like the short ones, some people don't. But I can't understand how he is 11-10. I thought this lad would be odds on. That's why I wasn't paying much attention to what price he'd be. He was second to a pretty good horse in his point to point last time called Premier Magic. Maybe people aren't really rating that form. Beating in a point to point, you'd be a bit disappointed generally, but that Premier Magic is a really good horse who will be winning when he comes out for his 100 chases. Porlock Bay, obviously, defending champion, beating Bill away at the Cheltenham Festival, and I'd be surprised, even though he's carrying 12 stone 6 tomorrow, has to give a bit of weight away to a few other horses. I'd be fairly shocked now if he didn't, if he wasn't good enough to win that first race. But I'll stick him in there as a point win. Obviously, it's still early enough in the season. He has to finish placed a couple of times to qualify for the Fox Hunters again at Cheltenham. So tomorrow's not the be all and end all. But I think he'll win. He's 11-10 there. He might pay for a bet later on in the card, or at the next meeting, which is Kempton. 145, a horse by the name of Kane. He's 6-1. Well, he's 6-1 in one place. He's 8-1 in another. I think that's fair enough. He's a horse that the Tizars do rate very highly. I was reading a stable tour there not that long ago, and I thought this lad would be one of their leading novices over fences. And it looked that way, you'd have to say, in Carlisle for probably, 8/10 of the race. He jumping brilliant out in front, and he just got a bit tired late on, faded away. Now, he was disappointed next time as well at Exeter, but I'm willing to forgive that. That particular day it was over a shorter trip, and there was a lot of fences omitted. So last time around Kempton, he was just out of his grade, But as a result, he's back in a race now at a really backable price, I think. Somewhere between 6-1, 8-1 is fine. It's just up to the deepest race on paper to me. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a good few quid for this lad now, and he ends up kind of like, 7-2, 4-1 shot. The favourite, the Henderson mare, got a bad fall last time out. So you'd imagine a clear round would be the main objective for that. Even though it's probably a decent horse, was well supported at Newbury last time. He does bring his good horses to Newbury, so obviously a big danger. But at 6 or 8-1, as I said, Kane, I think definitely worth a point win. I'd be going each way, but there's only 6 runners, so has a chance there off a mark of 120. Definitely back on good ground. 3 mile, jumps brilliant. We're hoping that all the fences are in, and there's none of them omitted, so he can actually take advantage of his good jumping technique. Then finally, the 405 at Kempton. Now, the favourite for this race is Smarty Wild, but I've given him a few chances, and I just want to take him on tomorrow at the price. He's 7-4. There's only one crowd priced up at this stage. The horse I'm going to go for here is the Hollow Ginge. He's around 8-1. He's off a mark of 137 tomorrow. I tipped him up a couple of runs ago in Cheltenham at 20-1, and he was only just chinned on the line. I think he ran off 140 that day. That was on good ground. Back on good ground tomorrow. Just found the bad ground at work last time all too much, so he was pulled up. But I wouldn't be minding that. And he has won going right-handed before as well. He's most of his runs are on left-handed tracks, but he has won around Leicester before, so I'm not too worried about that. And at 8-1, I can't let him go, and it is an each-way race, a point each way there. The Hollow Ginge at 8-1, as I say, off a mark of 137, which he's well capable of going close off that mark. And I'll just give him a chance, definitely. So that's the treat for tomorrow. Obviously, big day today on the service. That's tipping along lovely. I don't think I have anything now for the service tomorrow, but definitely will have a few on Saturday, and hopefully I'll have a few winners for my YouTube followers as well. So that's it. Joe Value for Cold Beer Sports. If you don't mind, just like the old channel and spread it around. Winners are starting to flow now again, thank God. Unfortunately, not on my channel at the minute, but I'm sure that's only a matter of time too. Okay, Joe Value for Cold Beer Sports. Talk to you soon.